Trump. This is what he put out, and it had nothing to do with the Central Park Five. There were 2,000 murders a year in New York. So New York averaged 2,000 murders a year from the 80s to the mid 90s. 2,000 a year. They had 300 last year. Okay, just to give you a reference. They averaged 2,000 every year. So he says, what has happened to our city over the past 10 years? What has happened to law and order? To the neighborhood cop we all trusted to safeguard our homes and families. The cop who had the power under the law to help us in times of danger, keep us safe from those who would prey on innocent lives to fulfill some distorted inner need. What has happened to the respect for authority, the fear of retribution by the courts, society, and the police for those who break the law, who wantonly trespass on the rights of others? What has happened is the complete breakdown of life as we knew it. This is 1989. Many New York families, white, black, Hispanic, and Asian, have had to give up the pleasure of a leisurely stroll in the park at dusk. So this is probably why they tried to say it was about the Central Park Five. The Saturday visit to the playground with their families, the bike ride at dawn, or just sitting on their stoops, giving them up as hostages to a world ruled by the law of the streets, as roving bands of wild criminals roam our neighborhoods, dispensing their own vicious brand of twisted hatred on whomever they encounter. At what point did we cross the line from the fine and noble pursuit of genuine civil liberties to the reckless and dangerously permissive atmosphere which allows criminals of every age to beat and rape a helpless woman and then laugh at her family's anguish? And why do they laugh? They laugh because they know that soon, very soon, they will be returned to the streets to rape and maim and kill once again, and yet face no great personal risk to themselves. Mayor Koch has stated that hate and rancor should be removed from our hearts. I do not think so. I want to hate these muggers and murderers. They should be forced to suffer, and when they kill, they should be executed for their crimes. They must serve as examples so that others will think long and hard before committing a crime or an act of violence. Yes, Mayor Koch, I want to hate these murderers, and I always will. I am not looking to psychoanalyze or understand them. I am looking to punish them. If the punishment is strong, the attacks on the innocent people will stop. I recently watched a newscast trying to explain the anger in these young men. I no longer want to understand their anger. I want them to understand our anger. I want them to be afraid. How can our great society tolerate the continued brutalization of its citizens by crazed misfits? Criminals must be told that their civil liberties end when an attack on our safety begins. When I was young, I sat in a diner with my father and witnessed two young bullies cursing and threatening a very frightened waitress. Two cops rushed in, lifted up the thugs, and threw them out the door, warning them never to cause trouble again. I missed the feeling of security New York's finest once gave to the citizens of this city. Let our politicians give back our police department's power to keep us safe. Unshackle them from the constant chant of police brutality, which every petty criminal hurls immediately at an officer who has just risked his or her life to save another's. We must cease our continuous pandering to the criminal population of this city. Give New York back to the citizens who have earned the right to be New Yorkers. Send a message loud and clear to those who would murder our citizens and terrorize New York. Bring back the death penalty and bring back our police. Donald J. Trump. Wow. Yeah, that was crazy.
But in terms of his commitment to the race pill, it's highly ambiguous. It almost gives more questions for me than answers when I read that.
Listen, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. That's like going out on a date with a girl, right? You go on a date with this girl. You go to a nice restaurant. She laughs at all your jokes. You go back to the crib. She gives it up. And then you wake up in the morning and you're like, yeah, but we could have did more positions. It's like, I mean,
Yeah,
at,
no, I understand. I'm
some
asking for a
point,
lot.
at some point, man, like just enjoy it. Just be happy, man.
Sure. But he does add that, like, all that pandering bullshit about, like, New York families, white, black, Asian. He could have just said New York families. He didn't need to add in that type of thing.
Well, it is true though. Like everybody, like who you think 90% of the victims of these homicides are?
Sure, but it's just kind of this, like, he clearly doesn't see race the way probably a lot of white people would want him to. Is basically what I'm saying.
I think he does, but I think too, like literally, like they were averaging 2,000 murders a year.
Hmm.
1,800 of those people were black. Like to say that, like, yeah, black people can't sit on the stoop no more. They can't, as well as whites, as well as Asians. Like, yeah, I mean, like,
we don't have 2,000 murders a year in this country, in the whole country.
yeah, exactly. New York was a hellhole back in the 80s and the 90s.
I mean, when I hear this and then I see that clip of him a moment ago, yeah, all right, like, okay, sure, I'm asking for too many positions, pause. But yeah, maybe I'll put it like this. He's probably like a culture guy to some degree, right? Like he's a 90s leftist, right?
Oh yeah.
But I got to imagine, it's not binary, right? There's mixtures and things in between. So he's probably, part of him is race pilled to some degree. How could he not?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's doing a lot. He's doing everything with ICE, and then the fact that he put that picture up. I don't think any president would put that picture up.
Oh, I was shocked to see him put that up. That was like Biden wouldn't be caught dead doing that.
Yeah, nah. Clinton wouldn't do it.
No.
Bush wouldn't do it. Nah, I was shocked. I was like, oh shit.
Hey yo, I will say this though. Like, if he were to go as far as what new guy's saying, I think that would undo.
Correct.
I think what he's doing right now, he's striking the right chord. You know what I mean? Like, it's the reason why Backstreet Boys is more popular than like Michael Bublé, or Britney Spears is more popular than Celine Dion. Because sometimes you just want the mains, you know what I mean? You don't want like Pavarotti, you know what I'm saying? You ask him to be Pavarotti, but he just need to be Justin Bieber and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got to be a happy deal to be consumed by the masses.
Yeah, this is as far to the edge as you can go.
Currently, yes. Yeah. So he succeeded. And yeah, no, I'm not saying that he should go over the line. No, I agree with what you're saying. Don't go over the line and undo things, which is why I'm bringing up the question of, okay, so I kind of got to guess, extrapolate. Where is he in his mind compared to where he is verbally? And
Yo, Aka, Nick Tao asked for the link.
Oh, tell Dick Tao, man, come on tonight, man.
Okay.
I gotta get out of here, man. But salute to Chili Bones. He says, I hate these effing sons. It wouldn't let me use the other letters. That's crazy. They know the lingo. The algorithm knows the lingo. Shout out to Big Time, man. Big Time says, to the most racist son, man, I know. Salute. No, when we segregate kids, you gotta live in Wisconsin. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, I did, man. I grew up in DC, man. Very segregated, man. I told you that, man. I'm used to that. It's okay. But I just want you in my part, as long as I'm part of the country, we're part of the same country, punish them son men severely when they step out of line. That's all I'm asking, man. Punish them severely. Salute to Tony Danza, man. He says hello, man. Shout out to Tony Danza, man. That's one of my favorite shows, man. Who's the Boss? That's one of my favorite shows, man. I love that show, man. Salute. Yeah. That's bad. That's the last time I liked Alyssa Milano, man, when she was a little girl, man. She got older, man. She went all woke and shit. But yeah, man. Great show, guys, man. Salute, man. Same black time, same black channel. Tonight, man. Join us tonight at like 10 or 11, one of them times, man. You know the deal, man. Just chime in. If you don't get the notification, just check in at 10 or 11. I'm out of here.